how overwhelm, trauma, and fear are connected. We have been talking about breaking the spirit of overwhelm, and this is part 4. And so first, let me give you a quick update on how I'm feeling. So I have been able to identify the spirit of overwhelm coming. I can feel it. And so when it comes, I can say no. I can choose another emotion or thought, and I'm feeling stronger in this area, and I can see things moving forward. And I have an expectation for recompense to happen. So I'm looking for it, and I'm getting more excited every day. So that's the great progress that I have. Now I've got another revelation that was given to me by God. And so the Holy Spirit led me to a YouTube video called Under Earning is a Trauma Symptom. And it's by Anna Runkle, Runkle. And I don't know her, so I'm not recommending her, but her video spoke to my heart. That's what I'm saying. And it just intrigued me, because it's like I've been working on building a business and I've been struggling with that, and the overwhelm has kind of gotten in my way. And so all of it just kind of comes together. So I'm excited to be able to figure out how this is connected. And so then the Holy Spirit reminded me of the fear I had of my mother growing up, and the Lord helped me to work through that fear. And so that fear was no longer there. And I remember feeling like, the fear motivated me to keep things clean, to keep things neat, keep things organized, because I was afraid that at any point in time, my mother could visit me and things would be out of order. And boy, I needed to impress my mother at a very high level. And so that really was a concern that I lived with literally all my life, most of my life, up until recently. And so I remember one day looking around and seeing that there was, untidiness, disorganization. And it's like, okay, this is not how I like to live. And it just, I didn't know how to, get things back into position, did not know why they were out of position in the first place at the time. Well, over a period of time, God helped me see that the reason why was because it was driven by the fear of my mother. And without having the fear of my mother anymore, I no longer had a drive to get back to being organized and being very tidy. And so that was like, So I was aware of it, but I didn't know what to do with it. Now I know that it is attached to the symptom of overwhelm and trauma and fear. And so that led me to the solution. See, once you can pare it down to that feeling that's kind of driving it, then you can go into the Word and the Lord can help you to see what to do with it. Well, I was like, I don't know what to do with it. And it's like, yeah, you do. And so then the scriptures came to me. And this is it. Proverbs 9:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. And then let me read it in the Amplified, because that was in the King James Version. The Amplified brings a better understanding. The reverent fear of the Lord. So not just a fear like we fear man, but a reverent fear. We want to honor. And so we don't want to disappoint. So reverent fear of the Lord. And it says that is worshiping him and regarding him as truly awesome, right? And God is truly awesome, right? And once you know that and you feel that, right, is the beginning of the preeminent part of wisdom. It's the beginning of its starting point and its essence. Oh, I love that. The starting point and its essence. And the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding and spiritual insight. I believe that fear of my mother moved into a fear of not getting things right, just generally, which stopped me from moving forward because I didn't want to get things wrong. And it's still, bottom line is, it's still fear, right? And so I choose to shift my fear to the fear of the Lord, as it says in the word, and listen and obey and please him. This will open the door for greater direction, allowing him to order my steps and reclaim the tidiness and organization. which will lead to, check this out, Deuteronomy 8:18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth the power to get wealth, and he may establish his covenant, which he swore unto thy fathers, as it is this day. And so literally now, because I don't want to get rid of the spirit of fear, because fear needs to be around, but it needs to be attached to the right thing. I choose to attach my fear to a fear of the Lord, a reverential fear of the Lord. And that will keep me out of, because if I fear the Lord, then all other fear fades away, right? And so I'm excited about that. And so now, and I'm actually in the process, literally, of cleaning up my home and getting more organized. Now, my home isn't grody. It's not really horribly bad. But for me, I've got tubs and things that I needed to go through and haven't gone through, and they've kind of piled up. I've moved them around and stuff like that. And it's like it's time to deal with it. And I'm excited to be able to deal with it now. So that I'm excited to learn this new piece of how this is interfering with my income as well, which is kind of how I got here in the first place with the spirit of overwhelm. So don't you love how the Holy Spirit will just guide and lead you into the answers and solutions you need? So I hope you've been on this journey with me. If you're struggling with the same thing, we can encourage each other along the way. Leave a note. Let me know how things are doing. God bless you guys. Thank you for being here in the know with Deborah O. Bye for now.